Aloha, 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 beautiful soul. Welcome to this Friday inspiration session. I have a beautiful meditation in mind for you. And before we go into the meditation, I have a question for you. And the question is, are you in connection with your inner children? Are you aware that there is an inner child inside of you? And are you aware that you can relate with that inner child? In my journey, I have learned that connecting and relating with that child helps me to get out of the chaos, to get out of the survival systems and step into my power. So I wish that for you too. And this meditation, it can help you to change your relationship or deepen your relationship with your inner child. Now, if you have no clue where your inner child is, then I would gently invite you to sit for a moment and to see if there's anything coming up as being like childish energy. So go ahead, sit with your eyes closed. Take a breath and scan your body to find, without searching, to find if there's a certain childlike energy that you are sensing inside of you. Now, if you do not manage at this moment, then do not worry. You're not doing anything wrong. It is just that you have never connected with that energy inside of you, and maybe it doesn't feel very comfortable to do so for the first time for this meditation. So in Ho'oponopono, I have learned a completely different way of connecting with my inner child from a healing perspective and not from the chaos perspective. Most therapies, they are focusing on where the child is being in distress. And Ho'oponopono is making you have a connection with that child from the more adult you, so that you can completely be there for your inner child. It is quite different work than I have done with the inner child work that I did in therapy. If this appeals to you, if you feel like, oh my God, I would really love to have connection with that child from a more healed perspective, or if you feel like, oh my God, I am so aware that my child is in need of me and I have no clue how to connect with her, then reach out. These videos are not promotion videos, but reach out to people that you know that can help you in a certain direction. I know for sure that I can help you. For you who is already in connection with your inner child, or for you who just have connected with your inner child, I invite you to do this heart breathe with your inner child. I am doing inner child daily. That's how important they are for me. I have 3 inner children. I have one almost 16-year-old inner child, and on that journey with her, I found it was easier to take her into heart breath every day than just to tell her to do that. So in the past few days, because this is quite recent that I discovered this, in the past few days I have been breathing with her, and the other inner children in general are also doing the same. I have been breathing with her, and because I talk to all my inner children, I make it visible for them, even for the 0 to 2-year-old child, so that she can also do this breathing, and she does in her way. But you know, it never has to be perfect, especially hard breaths. You can never do them wrong, you know. So seek if you can follow along, if you can tap into that inner child that at this moment is popping up to you, if you have several, or maybe you want to do it with all of them. And go ahead, sit with your eyes closed, and bring a moment your attention to your body, because that is where they are, aren't they? So go ahead, bring your attention to your body, especially to the regions where you sense your inner children the most. For me, that is really like in the pelvic area. And invite them to go on this journey of heart breath. Don't put any stress on them. Don't over-demand them. If your relationship with your inner children is still a little bit insecure, maybe it is better to do this kind of breath by yourself for some time before you are inviting your children to do it together. So make that true connection with your inner child or your inner children, and invite them to go on this breathing journey with you. And as we are speaking with children, I explain this meditation always with breathing in a color, because children, they love colors. So I invite them to breathe in a color and bring that to the heart space, to their own heart space. You bring it to your heart, but they have their own heart, you know. So you imagine, or you ask them, you invite them that they are breathing in their favorite color, and that they are bringing that color to their heart, and that their heart on the in-breath is filling with that color. And then you allow that color to rest there for a moment, for as long as you want. You don't have to stretch your breath. And then on the out breath, you imagine that you are releasing whatever that color has pulled up or has brought into motion, and that on your out breath you are breathing that out. Now that breathing out may be a bit too difficult for your inner child at this moment, so just invite them to bring in the color to their heart and to have that color reside in their heart for a moment during the breath. And then if they want, with each in-breath, they can bring in a different color. So when I do this meditation with my children, and I have quite deep breathing practice, but you can follow your own breath. There's no need to stretch yourself in any way. So I would say, and after each breath cycle, I would ask them which color they have breathed in, not for any purpose, not for any other purpose than allowing them to speak out whatever color, whatever energy was coming in. And when you are evolving in this meditation, you can also invite them to have specific energy coming in, or a specific intention breathing in. You can bring that to your own imagination. You can use your own imagination for this meditation. So how it looks like when I do this with my children, and I will talk to you now as if you are a child, but you are not a child, just so you know. So after I've invited them, my little girls, I'm going to do, I do this in Dutch, so it will sound a little bit different here, but I'm going to do the heart meditation. We have done this already several times. So I invite you that on your next in-breath you are breathing in a color and that you are bringing that to your heart. So go ahead, breathe in and imagine that specific color going into your heart, and have that color reside for a moment, move around for a moment into your heart. And then you breathe out. And if you want, you can breathe in a different energy or a different color the next in-breath. Go ahead and make it your game. It is totally up to you. So which colors have been popping up? And I always listen very carefully to what they are saying. And I listen carefully for the simple reason that they will feel seen and heard. So I would always repeat the colors that they are bringing to me. And most of the time the colors surprise me, because I always think like it will be this and then it's something different, you know. And then the next in-breath, you invite them again. So your next in-breath, you can breathe in again a new color and bring that to your heart space. Fill up your heart with that color. And allow that color to reside in your heart. And then when you breathe out, I invite you to tell me which colors you have been breathing in. And because I have a good relationship with my children, they always tell me, because this is not a moment in which they become stubborn. In my case, they may be in your case. Then reach out. Ask for help. Now let's breathe in another time. And bring that beautiful color, that beautiful energy, or the beautiful intention. Bring that to your heart. And on your out breath, you ask them again which color has come up. And after you have done this several times, so you can do that once, twice, 3 times every evening, for example. But you can also choose to do it 7 times and have them choose like the colors of the rainbow. If that feels easier to you, don't try to direct it with your head. Try to direct it with your heart. And after you have done this sometimes, you can also explain them a little bit about the out-breath. That at the out-breath they can release anything that has been popping up during this hard breath, if they wish. And that way they are helping themselves to, that your child is helping themselves, herself or himself. And that way your child is helping himself or herself to find more solid, more grounded. Because this meditation, this breath will really, even if you do it only once, twice, 3 times, 3 breaths every evening, this breath will help them feel more solid, more grounded, because they are in their body at that moment and not so much in their head where their survival systems are and your survival systems are. So wishing you lots of joy. I really, really hope that you will have a good meditation, and reach out whenever there's something. And if you want to comment on this video or you want to like it, then go ahead. I appreciate that. Sending you much, much love and beautiful journey ahead. And see you later. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, beautiful soul. If there's anything I want you to take from these videos, then it is the permission for you to shine your light. It's the most important thing. So go ahead, shine your light. I love you. Bye-bye.